they end up taking me into the strip search room. So I'm sitting here scared shitless that they're gonna find this tattoo and tell my parents. This is so embarrassing because they make you pull down your underwear and then squat, kind of like in a prison. She stands on top of the table and just starts freaking out. Hi everyone, my name is Ethan and I live in a van. Thank you for clicking on this video. Okay, so normally my content is circled around me living in a van and showing you guys like all my adventures and stuff, but today I'm going to be telling you guys some stories from when I was in a mental hospital. So a few things. I've gone to a mental hospital a couple different times. They were all different hospitals that I went to. So what I'm telling you today is going to be based on one hospital experience, and if you like this story time, then maybe I'll tell you guys about my other experiences. And then also, I just want to say before I start this video, I am not glamorizing the mental hospital at all. I really didn't enjoy my time there. Yeah, I needed to go to get some mental help, but it definitely wasn't like a party in there. I definitely didn't enjoy my time. I was not living it up. It was definitely trying to fix myself. It was not a great time. But obviously, if you do need to get some mental help, then there's nothing wrong with going to the hospital. I'm just saying don't go just because you want a vacation from life. Also, another disclaimer, if I look sweaty, it's because I just finished rock climbing. I'm in Gunnison, Colorado right now, and Millie and I are pretty much in the middle of nowhere. I'll put a video on here, and we've just been rock climbing all day. So that's why I look sweaty if I do. Okay, so let's get into the video. I've talked enough. Here we go. So everything in this video is going to kind of be in chronological order, so hopefully everything makes sense. So I really don't want to go over why I went to the mental hospital. I was having issues. Yeah, obviously. I'm much better now. So no need to worry about me now. I'm much happier, but during this time, it was just not a good time in my life, so just putting that out there. So what happens where I'm from in Maryland, I don't know, maybe it changes by state, different procedures. So the first thing, I get sent to a normal hospital, which is just a regular hospital. It was Johns Hopkins, actually. It's basically like somewhere where they just keep you for 2 days or something while they try to find a mental hospital that has an open spot for you to stay at. So it's like a temporary kind of thing. I was actually on the adult unit at this hospital, but I was only there for 2 days. And then I went to the kids unit at another hospital and stayed there for 2 weeks. So it was my first day and I was in my one ward with all adults. And this one lady who was also in the unit with me, her room was right next door to mine. So she was kind of like my neighbor, if you will. And this is not me making fun of anyone because I had my own issues at this time, but I'm just telling you guys what it was like. This is not me making fun of anyone, okay? I remember on my first day there, I was scared shitless. I did not know what was going on, what to expect. And this lady, the first day that I was there, came out into the hallway. There was almost like this circle room, and on the wall of the circle room, there were other rooms. I don't know how to explain this. You come out of your room and it's like a joint kind of community area, if that makes sense. So she was in the community area, I was in my room, and I started hearing her screaming at the top of her lungs. And obviously, if she's in a mental hospital, she had some mental issues. Just putting 2 and 2 together. She was screaming that the cats were her witness that she didn't harm her husband. I'm trying to stay monetized and not get deleted from YouTube, so use your imagination when I say harm. Like really harm someone. So she was just screaming at the top of her lungs, completely freaking out. There were 2 guards holding her back because I was looking through the little piece of glass in my door because I could hear all this commotion going down. And she was screaming, just ask the cats, ask the cats. They're my witnesses. They know that I didn't do it. She was telling everyone to go ask her pet cats to be her witness that she didn't harm her husband. So that's my first thing. That was just the first day in the mental hospital. It was pretty great, honestly. So I was scared shitless, I can tell you that much. Moving on to the second one, this is where it gets really interesting. The whole entire hospital was just a mental hospital. So it was sectioned off in different wards, like adult wards, teenage wards, kind of, and then just children. So like if you're under like 12, that's what they go to. So obviously I was in the teenager unit. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. The first day that I got to this mental hospital, I came in wearing a robe, okay? And they do this for everyone. Everyone that comes in the mental hospital, you're not allowed to wear your own clothes. They take everything from you. Your shoes, your clothes, anything with long sleeves, because you have to think about it, that people get kind of creative. Think about what you could do with shoelaces. Just think about it. And same with like if you had a jacket or something and you have the sleeves. They take everything from you and all you have is a robe that goes across the front of your body and the back of your body, but it's split down the sides. If there's like a gust of wind or something, it could literally just blow open and then you're just completely exposed. I mean, you have underwear on, but still, it's embarrassing. So I'm wearing this robe and I had to walk into the ward in front of all of my future ward mates. I don't know if that's really the technical term to call them. The other people who were in the mental hospital that I'm going to be interacting with in just a couple hours, they're all sitting there watching me, just standing there in my robe, basically naked. Yeah, it was pretty great, honestly. It was really embarrassing. And as I'm walking past all these kids that are like 15, 16, 17, like around my age, they end up taking me into the strip search room, which is just one of the most humiliating things, honestly. I guess if you go to prison, it's probably worse, but still, it definitely was not the best thing. This is so embarrassing. So I got into the strip search room and they basically just told me to strip, and I am really uncomfortable when it comes to that kind of stuff. During this time of my life, whenever I was even at the pool, I would wear a shirt into the pool. Like, no one had ever seen me shirtless since like first grade. Like, that was the last time people had seen me shirtless. All the way up until like 10th grade is when I started feeling comfortable taking my shirt off again. So this was definitely a big deal for me. I was not comfortable just stripping in front of these strangers. And then also I had a tattoo. I don't even know how to tell this story. On my hip that I had given myself. I'm not suggesting this to anyone at all by any means. Do not give yourself a tattoo. It can get infected and fall off. Like, your skin will literally fall off. A lot of bad things can happen. Fortunately, that did not happen to me. It ended up perfectly fine. I still have them, but I don't suggest giving them to yourself. It was a horrible idea. And while they're doing their strip search, they're writing down anything that they can find. If you've self-harmed, you know what I mean? They'll write that down. If you have any tattoos, they'll write that down. If they find any ways of protecting yourself, they'll write that down. And I don't even know what would happen if you had that. I don't know. I didn't have any of that stuff on me, of course. But if you did have that, I really don't know what they would have done. So I'm sitting here scared shitless that they're going to find this tattoo and tell my parents, because they go and tell the parents whatever they find. So my tattoo's like right on my waistband, right where my pants get pulled up at. So they didn't make me take off my underwear, thank God. But I was basically naked, just had my underwear on, that's it. So I pulled up my underwear strap just enough so that I could cover the tattoos, and they did not see them. So that's good. My parents know that I have them now, but at that time that just would not have been good with everything else going on. I can promise you that. And then what they make you do, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. They make you pull down your underwear. I was just telling you guys that they let you have your underwear on. But what they do is they make you pull down your underwear and then squat, kind of like in a prison. And then, yeah, so they make you squat, but they're not looking. They just want to make sure like nothing falls out of your underwear or anything. I guess you could like stick something in there. I don't know. This is so embarrassing. I cannot believe I'm putting this on the internet for everyone to see. But yeah, so they make you squat, and obviously I did my thing, whatever, and I was good. Like, what do you think? I have like something shoved up my ash. Like, I said ash, YouTube, so don't demonetize me. Ash. I guess they've had people do that in the past, and that's their protocol, whatever. So once I got strip searched, and it was absolutely mortifying, I put my robe back on, they take me out, and I go sit with all of these kids, which I ended up making friends with a lot of them and stuff, but when I first met them, I did not know who any of them were. I'm still in my robe and everything, and I go sit down at the table with them. They're in normal clothes. The only thing is that you're not allowed to have shoes, because shoelaces. So none of them had shoes on, they just had socks, but whatever. But they had normal clothes. And I'm just sitting there by myself at this one table, and everyone else is looking at me, and I'm sitting in this ugly ass robe, and I'm just, okay, this is great. Okay, what's up? Nice to meet you. So yeah, so it was pretty mortifying and just really embarrassing. I can tell you that much. Okay, so that's just coming into the hospital, okay? That's just that process. Now I'm going to tell you guys a couple stories about me just being in the hospital and just things that have happened. So I did a little like video story time kind of thing on my TikTok about this one girl. I'm not telling her real name. It's just her privacy, and it's just not anyone else's business to be putting her information out there, even though I kind of am. But I'm not saying her name, so it's completely fine. So there was this girl in my ward, and keep in mind, my ward was an entirely guys ward. That's all it was, just guys. And she got kicked out of her girls only ward because she beat up all of the girls in her ward, which made them have to move her to the guys ward. Instead of putting her in isolation or something, I really don't understand. Like I said, I'm not making fun of anyone in this video. This is not me trying to be mean to anyone. I had my own issues at the time, so if anyone can be made fun of, it's me. You can make fun of me. It's completely fine. I really don't care. I'm just telling what happened. This is just what happened. This is like a couple days in, so I'm not wearing the robe anymore. I'm wearing normal clothes. I've kind of settled in a little bit. Once she comes into my ward, I notice that she keeps staring at me, because all day, 24/7, you just spend time with these group of like 20 people, okay? I'm eating breakfast with them, lunch, dinner. I'm doing activities all day with all of these people. So I'm with them literally 24/7 all day, except for when we go to sleep. So you get to know these people pretty well, I can tell you that much. So I started noticing her staring at me more and more. And the one guy that she ended up becoming friends with, who I really didn't talk to that much, he ends up coming to me and telling me that she had a crush on me. So I was like, please just tell her I'm gay and I'm just not interested. I'm so sorry. And it's nothing against her, but I'm just not interested because I like dudes. So he went and told her, and she was not happy about this. I can promise you this. And this was during like lunchtime kind of ish. So we were all like sitting at our own tables, but she was looking at me from this table. I was at this table. So like we were looking at each other. What she does is she stands up on top of the table in front of everyone. Sounds like I'm making this up, I swear to God. And there's more stories about her. So if you want them, let me know. She stands on top of the table and just starts freaking out. It happened right after I told him I was gay, and he went and told her. So that's all I can assume triggered this reaction. Yeah, I'm scared. Everyone else is like, oh my God, like what the hell's going on? Oh, and then one nurse is like, go get the booty juice, which if you don't know what booty juice is, it's not the technical term, I really don't think, but it's like a nickname for this. I'll put it on the screen because I don't know if I can say this word without being banned. So what they do, it's called booty juice because they stick it in your butt, like your butt cheek, the needle, and then they just put it in, you know what I mean? And it makes you go night-night for a long time. Sometimes a couple days, honestly, it really can. They ended up pulling her off the table and locking her in isolation, which is basically just like a big squishy room. I actually got to see the room. I was not locked in there, but they just showed me around when I first got to the unit, you know what I mean? They were like, well, here's isolation. If you're bad, you're gonna go here. Here's this, here's that. So they were just showing me around. When they told us that she went to isolation, I knew where she was going. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's another thing when you're in the mental hospital, at least the one that I was in. They will check on you every 15 minutes. For me, it was every 15 minutes. Some people it was 10 minutes, some people it was 30 minutes, depended on what your situation was and why you were in the hospital. So they would literally just come in my room every 15 minutes. So like there was no way for me to get any good sleep because they're opening up the door. It's dark in your room. In the hallway, it's bright as anything. It looks like Jesus just opened up the freaking door. But I guess I understand why they did that. I do understand. I forgot to mention, it doesn't even matter if you were on the toilet taking a shaz. They do not care. If you were on the toilet for more than 10 to 15 minutes, they will walk in the bathroom on you without even knocking, and same if you're in the shower. And then another thing to remember about the mental hospital, every single one that I went to did not have clocks anywhere. So you have no sense of time because you're in a brick building. There's no windows or anything like that. One of the hospitals did have a window in my bedroom, so it was really nice. But other than that, you could not see outside at all because it's just brick walls and there's no clocks anywhere. You only know what time it is because they tell you what time it is. But yeah, so time goes by so slow because you have no idea what time it is. You have no concept of time at all. You lose it completely. Okay, the last thing from this hospital, I know this video has been all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'll try to edit it so it makes more sense. The last thing from this hospital, I was vegetarian at the time. I'm vegetarian, almost vegan now, but just keep in mind, I was vegetarian at the time. And I told them this, and they ended up writing me down as vegan, okay? And they did not have many vegan options for food. So what would happen is like breakfast would come or something like that. Everyone's sitting at their tables waiting for their food. And this cart would come up on the elevator and it would have all these trays of food, but it would have like this little thing over it. You know how like in the movies you see them like lift off the thing? I have no idea what it's called. Yeah, so it would have that on it. So you didn't know what you were getting to eat until you opened it up. They'd put all of our trays down and each tray was made for each specific person. So it would have like a little piece of paper with the person's name on it. So this tray went to Ethan, this tray went to Jay, this tray went to John. So when I got my tray, I was blessed with having an apple, one apple, and a piece of toast. No butter, no jam, nothing. A toasted piece of bread, that's it. Nothing on it. And an apple, which, okay, it's an okay breakfast. But the thing is that everyone else got like 3 fat ass Belgian waffles stacked on top of each other with like a big side of syrup and butter and like all these delicious things. And then other people would get like muffins, French toast, pancakes with like a bunch of butter and stuff. And it just looked so freaking good. And I'm over here with my apple and toast. I'm like, sounds delicious. So excited to eat this. Also, people would get cereal. That was the other thing. And like some nice milk or whatever, which I don't really like milk, but I still would have eaten it because I was hungry. And then for like lunch, people would get like BLTs. They served really good food. They did. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the food was really good. Mac and cheese, something like that. And I would get an apple. It was usually an apple. A couple of times I did get a pear. Woo, spicing it up. And a piece of bread. For lunch, it wouldn't be toasted. It would literally just be a piece of bread. The only thing I can say that was good about my food was my dinners. My dinners were really good. They were vegan, so whatever. My breakfast and lunch absolutely sucked, especially compared to everyone else's. I mean, if everyone else was getting an apple and a piece of toast, I guess I wouldn't be that upset. But me eating my apple and seeing other people enjoy their French toast made me a little sad, I can tell you that much. So yeah, long story short, don't tell them you're vegetarian or vegan. I told them I was vegetarian, but they put down vegan. I don't know why. But yeah, so those are my stories from the mental hospital. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, the mental hospital is not exactly a fun place. It's not to go to have a vacation and escape from life. Like, no, if you need mental help, then yes, go. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Definitely go. I'm happy that I went, honestly, because I would not be where I am today if I had not gone. But that being said, it's definitely not a vacation. It's not time to just like take off school and just like enjoy yourself. No, it's stressful. So I definitely wouldn't suggest it unless you have to go. I've been seeing all of your guys' support on my videos and I really appreciate it. Like, honestly, I would have never thought that people would want to watch me or just enjoy my videos on TikTok or YouTube. I really didn't think. But now that you guys are interacting with me and you guys are super sweet, it honestly motivates me. It really does. Like, some days I'll feel like, no, I really don't feel like filming today. But then I'll go read my comments on my YouTube and you guys are just so freaking sweet. And I'm like, okay, now I'm in the mood to film because it just motivates me. It really does. So you guys leaving nice comments really helps motivate me and just makes me feel good. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, well, I think that that's all I have to say for this video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. It's completely fine. I've been seeing there's like 2 to 3 thumbs down on each video. They have their notifications on. We talked about this one other video. I mentioned this. A lot of you guys have been joking with me about it. I think it's hilarious. So thank you for the dislikes. It's a rating. I'll take it. Also, leave a comment. Like I was saying, I love reading your guys' comments and responding to you, so thank you so much. And also, comments help a lot. It shows the YouTube algorithm that you really enjoyed the video, so if you leave a comment, that equals more views for me and just helps me out. So I'd really appreciate it if you would leave a comment, even if it's a period or a smiley face or something. And then also subscribe if you want to join my family. That's slowly growing, but I promise it is. It's been growing a lot faster than I thought it would. Oh my gosh. In the past like 2 weeks, I've gained about 2,000 followers, so it's about like 1,000 a week at this point, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys so much. So join the family by clicking subscribe below and also click the bell if you want to be notified, because usually when I first upload a video, I kind of stay on there for a little bit and just wait for comments to pop up, you know what I mean? And I'll respond to people. So if you want it to be more likely that I'll see your comment and respond to you, then probably try to do it earlier when I first post the video. Okay. Well, also, I'm leaving all of my information down below. A lot of you guys have been asking if there's any way that you guys can donate or help me. So I have a Patreon, which I just put up, and I'm so excited. On my Patreon, you get like different perks and stuff like that. Depending on how much you want to contribute, then you get like either a postcard in the mail, or you'll get a phone call with me, or like a video chat or something like that. I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool way for you guys to support me and then me to give back to you as my way of saying thank you. So yeah, I really appreciate all of your guys' support. I honestly could not do this without you, so thank you so much. Also, if you have any video ideas or suggestions, like, leave them below, please, because I've been trying to come up with video ideas and it's a little difficult. If you want more story times, let me know. If you want more van life how-to videos, I already did like a how to find free parking. If you want how to find cool places to visit or something like that, I don't know, let me know. And yeah, I think that's all that I have to say. I love all of you from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, you guys are like my second family, honestly. Thank you. And I hope all of you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is when this video reaches you. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. Peace out. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.